You just gotta hope that he's taking it as a lesson. This is just a lesson that Quincy crew are putting out, saying, remember to keep your eyes and your mind on your courier. And maybe the cut moving forward will be a bit
Okay.
more diligent about it. But I love their pickups here. We got Elder Titan now really going off the rails here with this one.
This actually makes me think that it's a carry IO because you have the classic ET IO. I can't believe I'm calling it a classic, but the classic ET IO lane where you have the frontlining melee brawler 5 to pair up with the IO to just give the IO a good lane. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the core wisp, but I know that Scourge was spamming it pre-patch, so he probably just wants to pull it out now, even though it's kind of bad. It's like it was the cheese he was practicing pre 7.29 where it got hugely nerfed.
Don't mind me.
It's looking more like a core IO, like you said, with that Phoenix pick. Unless this is a core ET as a cheese position. I mean, we talked about the cheese. That would be somewhat cheese, right? Getting a lot of farm on this ET, get an Aghanim Scepter. Doesn't do that much against the heroes against Quincy crew, though. Call goes through, even like the Shard coming through as well. Warlock's ult. Probably
I'm loving the synergy both with the team fight and with the lore. If you didn't already know, Axe and Warlock both part of the Oglodai race. Now, if they follow this up with your life,
there's no way that's how it's pronounced. There's no way.
Oglodi.
They don't look the same at all. Well,
Oglodai.
Oh, I guess they both have the
name.
like yellow eyes.
They've got the yellow eye, red skin. Disruptor's also part of the same Oglodai. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. If I am, Dota lore nerds out there, tweet at me, tell me how I'm supposed to say it. But
I mean that you made it sound like a disease somehow. So
look at their skin. I mean, it's a problem.
That's racist. Just because they're red skinned.
That's true.
Unbelievable. Well, Warlock is more. It's been inverse,
shallow.
right? He has.
I was thinking like,
I guess he looks like a human with just a red cloak. How's the same race?
Oglodai could be
Disruptor, Lifestealer, Warlock, and then some others.
It's like Homo sapiens are a type of human, right? But it's still human. It's just type of human. There's Homo erectus, and there's different things like that. They're all
you just wanted to say erectus, Jenkins.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Are these Artifact Hero Suns fan? Nalon,
Sorlakan.
Solicon's also Oglodai, and Mial, M-I-A-L, Mial. I don't know.
That's not an Artifact Hero.
6, 7, 8, 9. There's like 9 Oglodais in Dota, in the Dota universe. So figure out who they are, learn their names. If we get one more, maybe.
What? Okay, hold on. We got to stop. What are you drinking? That's blue. You're literally drinking a blue liquid. Is that bleach?
I am
like
drinking,
Clorox.
I'm drinking a sugar-free Red Bull with Powerade Zero as a chaser.
Oh, Powerade.
Wow.
Okay,
that'll
do it.
That's a lot.
Anyway, back to
they have an egg killer. They have an egg killer in the Ursa. They have, I mean, other than the hoodwink, Quincy Crew's line's looking pretty good. Okay, again, if this is core IO, Huskar still makes sense. Okay, because you don't have to link at the early game. You can just be self-sufficient, and you still have a Huskar mid. Okay, please.
No way. No.
Please.
No. There's no way you could pick
great against Huskar though.
There's no way you could pick some core ET or core Wisp and then also be like, all right, Huskar is going to be the centerpiece of this draft. Like that doesn't make any sense.
Huskar doesn't care who's on his team. All right, it's just a great hero that is already countered in this game, but they haven't played against it that much, so maybe it's not as big of a counter as we.
What about Rasta still in the pool? They could pull out the little Nick Rasta right now.
Rasta.
My God.
No.
Not against Warlock.
They did that back in the day. My friend keeps telling me that. Won't stop messaging me.
They
about
also
it.
did Lion mid, Lich mid, and Shadow Demon mid. Those were also mids.
Those were unfortunately the only ranged heroes available, and such.
Untrue.
Okay.
Windrunner was always available, and she was always terrible. Never mid back in the day. Just so you know.
Still terrible. Still terrible. I agree with Slacks on that one.
In most hands, yes. I mean, what else can they do to round out this lineup then? Because do you still think they need some sort of cheese? Their lineup does feel a little cheesy already with the IO, but do they need to get an extra layer? Do you need an extra provolone, or do you want to just keep it as cheddar cheese right now?
No, I don't think you need an extra layer. It's already real weird with an IO ET lane.
Yeah, I'm curious what they're going to do. Oh, the Viper definitely will limit of their options on what they want to do because you have to have something that could, do something in lane against that and work with your own team to carry through the rest of the late game.
This means also it can't be a Mars mid, because that would just get completely obliterated by this Viper hero. So yeah, that's pretty cool actually. As like a second to last pick, using this Viper to like force out the obvious heroes that can deal with Viper.
They knew Huskar was coming. They needed an additional counter, and Viper is at the top of that list, gentlemen.
Yeah. So many
fair, yeah.
Wisp pairings are pretty bad against Viper typically. I mean, you have Gyro. I was thinking stuff like Necro. I mean, what makes Tiny bad again with Wisp now? I think Tiny having the tree all the time, wouldn't that make him want to be?
If you can make it to 20 minutes, they didn't last game. So
that's true. That's true.
Got to get by that.
You know, PA would be fun.
Here's an idea: Sniper. Okay, Sniper IO. That's it. That's all I got.
That's the idea.
That's the entire idea.
Put it on a shirt. There we go.
I cannot think of one hero that would look good in this draft right now. I'm sure there's something. There's plenty heroes to choose from. Just pick it. I don't even care anymore. Maybe that was their plan all along. They're just like, screw it. Okay. Well, Morphling has been very bad in this tournament thus far, which is kind of surprising.
All right. Well, what do you think? Is the funky fresh cut draft going to be good enough for you, Jenkins, or is Quincy Crew going to just make this a swift 2-0?
No.
Suns fan?
Yeah, Quincy Crew.
All right, we're going to break. When we come back, we got the dynamic trio here coming back. We got Lyrical, we've got Trent, and we've got Aui to bring you the coverage.
Pop time!
Can't forget.
Welcome back, everybody. We're here for game number 2, the cut facing off against Quincy Crew. Got some wonderful people with me to help break down all the action that we got here today. Trent, I want to go to you first. Do you think that we are going to have a game longer than the draft? Do you think that the cut have done enough for that at the very least?
Yes, solely so MSS can continue to play as much Hoodwink as possible.
Okay, that's fair.
That's my big theory here. I think... I don't know. This hero, it's got some sauce. I don't know if anyone's tried out the Meteor Hammer build I've seen teased with the chain stun into the ulti, but I'm looking forward to seeing something.
Well, we'll see how it goes. And Aui, you're saying that he's been spamming it a lot on his pubs. This hero just like the new bee's knees, or is Mojo just being kind of Mojo-y at the moment?
I mean, I think he played a few games on it. I wouldn't say spamming.
Okay.
My experience with this hero is that he's absolute trash, unplayable, unpickable. So
Perfect.
I'm hoping to learn a bit from this game.
So yeah, pretty good hero. Great. Awesome.
I mean,
really
he is fun
forward.
though. I gotta say, like, it's a fun hero, right?
Yeah.
And that's what competing in Dota is all about, having fun.
There you go.
I find that the new heroes are usually very annoying to play against, but I don't actually get annoyed versus Hoodwink because I like trying to kill the tree.
When she came out? Oh, I see. Because when Hoodwink came out, like, I thought this hero was worse than coronavirus. Like,
oh my god.
No, sorry.
Lordy.
I was like feeling playing Dota, and I played against this hero a couple times. I didn't want to play anymore.
Okay, interesting.
But after the
Since
nerfs,
then though, improved.
Yeah, I mean, when the hero's not good, but that's like, I have a bad mentality. So when something happens that I don't like and it kills me or I don't understand it, I just go straight to the like, I don't want to play, you know? That's a really bad mentality. There's nothing I can do to fix it.
That's the TI
so that
winning.
Jigglypuff matchup's not going well for you then.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if something's not going how I want, it's the game's fault. And nothing I do is ever wrong, so...
Perfect. All right, well, Io, another hero that's been pretty significantly nerfed. Currently, carry with the ET in lane. Is this winnable?
The game or the lane?
The lane.
I mean, Axe is a pretty strong laner. I would say, like, Io is actually pretty good versus Axe in lane. Because how Axe usually works is he sort of harasses your support with hunger. And then he runs you down once he has, like, a level advantage. With Vanguard, he'll, like, just bully you out of lane. But because Io provides that extra regen to your carry, that helps a lot with that. And Io's just a pretty fast hero, which helps with the getting run down part. The other thing to mention is that, like, Io sort of suffers when the enemy can sort of standard outlast hit you because Io's damage isn't that high. But Axe actually has pretty low base damage, so that favorites IO a bit there. That being said, I haven't seen a single carry IO this patch. I don't know about you guys.
I had one in SA. It did not go well. It went Helm build, same as this.
Okay.
So we'll see. You know, buff to IO though, the shared tangos thing. Nice, right? Can always use shared tangos for
True.
support.
The bot lane. Looks like they're mad fighting. They just die.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, that's not great.
That's a lot of
Try though.
spins.
That's honestly close. Like,
Yeah.
after the game, just message Leslie and you lock her. Because like if that goes the other way, like you can really swing this lane, and like you have to go for those, right? Like if you're playing an opponent better than you, the way you beat them is by creating risks, right?
Yeah, you cheese.
Like it's like
Nick.
oh,
Nick.
Nick?
Oh.
Monka?
5 stacks.
He's
Auto
on
fire.
fire.
Don't do it.
no.
Don't do it. Yeah.
Oh no.
Sag. And he's losing 2 range creeps and tower out of EXP. Quinn tanks 1 tower shot to hold the wave in there so that his creeps immediately go into tower as well.
Yeah.
That's rough. Oh, and the double water rune.
Dude.
Just very sad.
Just play him out, guys. Just give him a nice little tune and poor little Nick out here.
They're looking at
Diluted.
bot lane again. This is looking pretty good for TC here.
Okay.
Take the comeback kill.
Nice, good kill. Easy last hit by the ET, stealing it from his IO. That's what you want to do.
Perfect.
But
But
like-
away, unfortunately.
And they connect to the small camp as well. So a nice little way to play there. Pingu also having boots. I mean, the problem is Hoodwink is still just so freaking fast. It's pretty hard
He
to
is.
deal with.
That's it. Like the bot lane's going pretty well, right? Like the Access has 6 CS only.
Oh,
It's
top
going
as well?
Really well.
Vol got to dive in there, but there's a heal on the Warlock, so escapes from the Ursa, turns a bit of damage onto LOA, not too bad.
These
have to TP all the way home.
These lanes are looking a lot better for them. Unfortunate about mid lane though. Like the Morph lane with the new nerf, where his Morph costs mana, just caused him to die there, and mid lane's just sort of over. That's
Right.
a problem, right? You play these good teams, and like you're not just worried about one player. Like a lot of people, you think you have to worry about just Quinn or something, and then Mojo comes and styles on you and gets super cocky, and then you try to shut down Mojo because his ego's annoying you, and then Quinn just styles on you, right? Like like these teams, all 5 players are capable of carrying a game and making these high impact plays.
How many games did you play against them? Because you sound like personally hurt a little bit as well.
Oh no, it's more the games I played with Mojo. Because
Okay,
we played
got
on a
it.
team together for a long time,
All
right?
right, gotcha.
So, Mojo's like, if you've met Mojo, he's just too easy to give shit, Because he just takes it. I love it.
That's true.
He takes it with
He's
a
also
smile.
really good though, so you don't actually feel that bad about it.
You don't feel bad because the best part about it is like Mojo actually doesn't have an ego, and he's like one of the most like well-mannered people I know. But everyone just automatically just identifies him as a person to give shit to. I don't know why.
Oh, poor guy. Something in his essence.
Don't pity him, Lyrical. He's better at Dota. It's okay.
Get out of here.
He's
You
better.
need
No, the
some
thing is,
edge
he's
on him.
better at every game.
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah,
play
it's
like these
actually true.
random
He's a
games, and
gamer.
he's just super good. Like, yeah.
Well,
Well-
hopefully that translates to picking up a new hero.
True. And it's been looking okay. I mean, like you guys
Ooh.
said, bottom lane, it doesn't really feel like they're doing that much. Scourge McDuck's going to take a couple hits as the bushwhack came through. But so far, the cut, I think, looking a hell of a lot better than we saw in the last game. At this point, it was like a 3,000 gold lead or something.
Oh, the
heal
only
though,
problem is
on
this
you are?
mid lane.
A chance? Oh, but the
Chance?
heal.
But maybe?
No, he's got stick and fairy fire. Never mind.
Yeah, he's good.
No, but they're creating these opportunities for themselves this game, right? Like, it's looking a lot better in that sense.
Right.
I don't
You
think
weren't
Lil
even
Nick
going for
realizes
the,
it's a water rune bottom, though. That's unfortunate, because he really needs it right now. If Quinn gets another water rune, like, looking rough.
Yeah, and Quinn's no way he's going to let him get that. In fact, he might not let him live here. Yeah, that's an ulti.
Oh, but took some
Quinn,
tower
who cares?
shots. No, it's not
Oh,
going to be
no.
enough. He's still living. Living. Quinn taking tower shots. He's getting out of there. All right, Nick lived.
I feel like that was a little cocky for
Though.
Quinn. Like, was there no... I guess there's no TP. He knew Phoenix TP, so he could just play super aggressive like that.
Dude, he is also
Oh,
Russian.
MSS,
Spirit
yeah,
Vessel.
he's like, someone vulnerable mid, maybe?
Oh, that's a
How much
good
damage does
point.
he do right now? It's not bad.
Yeah, I don't actually... They
Oh,
made
he's a
the
bit
Acorn shop better on supports, right? Like, it's higher base damage but less percentage compared to, like, the very strong Hoodwink patch.
Oh,
Right? Like, it's a
Nick,
rune.
no!
He's invis, he's invis. He's good.
I think he ran
That's
out
good.
of mana, but they will
Oh.
catch onto him. And yeah, the ulti coming out from the Viper afterwards, trying to bring him down low, and it
Sag.
will be enough. Gets the kill.
I think that death is worth it, though. He starts a Viper for getting the Invis rune, and then Lil Nick is finally, for the like first time in this lane, back to full resources. Maybe he can get, like, defend his way and get some CS on the tower. Let's see what Quinn has to say about it, because
4 points in poison attack.
And he has an urn now too. So every
Quinn
kill
actually
is more and
didn't
more
get
valuable.
urn charges, even though he got the
Oh,
kill on
bushwhack!
Oh,
Damn, dude.
Mojo.
Caught you in your stubbies, did we? Oh my god, what a voice line.
That's awful. I hate that.
Pingo, I think
they're just gonna keep going. Like
What a
what
gross
can you do?
duo this is, isn't it? Hoodwink and Viper. This is like nightmare fuel.
Jeez.
LOA, he wants some action. He's like, man, you guys are having all the fun here. My lane's fine. I'm coming here.
I mean, the thing is, they see them all in this ward too, but it's still just like so scary. And they're gonna head up top. Actually, it looks like where
I feel like they're singing shanties here and just like roaming around together.
Yeah, he's dead. Tingle King's gonna fall here.
Nice spear.
They take him down.
But you can see like Quincy crew, how to identify the map is very good, right? Like they have this advantage in top lane and mid lane, I'd say. I think bot lane, they could pressure there, but it's like less of an advantage slash kill threat because Wisp is just going to tether away, or it's like easier to respond to that lane. So their two supports, since they have macro, they play between this mid and top lane, and it just creates so much pressure. Like it's hard to get vision in this area, and you don't know whether they're going mid, you don't know whether they're going top. Honestly, they might be going both at the same time, right? And that's opposed to like, I see like people, sometimes they play these pubs and they never join up with their other support and like go to the lanes where they're strong, and that's like the difference between some of these like really strong players. Oh, Phoenix steals the rune again.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Will fall. You know, it's interesting too because I think that there's something to be said about like the pathways they're taking when they're walking there. It feels like those might be good places to ward because like this ward right here, where it's spotting the rune for Little Nick. I mean, yeah, you're getting to see like which rune is coming, but it feels like there's a problem before you even know what the rune is, which is that you're just dying in the laning stage because of these rotations. Like
there's 1100 HP here.
Uh-oh. Chance for round 2, maybe?
Oh, Vol, not again.
I don't know if they're going to actually fully commit for it. It looks like they're just comfortable pulling the wave and pressuring in on the tower, maybe.
I think they keep responding to this pressure from Quincy crew. I really think they need to group up their heroes and try to like go to their only strong hero in the game, which is the Mars, and try to clutch something. Like maybe you get Spear Arena before he gets his ulti off and you kill him, you know, with a even low neck TP, like, or IO TP even. Like you need to find something that changes this game, because right now, like, look at Quincy crew, they're just dominating the map. Like the cut are placing these defensive wards that you mentioned, and they're doing their job. They're good wards, but like Viper's farming your stacked hard camp at 9 minutes, uncontested. Like no one wants to try to touch this guy. I think like the Mars needs to TP here. They need to just bring 5 heroes and just collapse on this guy, because you can't win like this. If they're taking away your farm like this, you will never come back.
Yeah, your IOs are spending all this time doing a complete walk all the way up to probably where your Morphling is currently farming. So it's like, what's going to be left for you, you know?
Yeah. Well, it feels like maybe they're waiting to play with that Phoenix ult, but unfortunately, Phoenix gonna go down again, even denying the creep away from Vol. No experience for you, mister. Damn, that hurts.
Yeah, that reminds me of the... Do you guys ever watch that clip from Eternal Envy and Arteezy in the Shanghai Major?
Yeah.
He's about to kill Arteezy. He starts to 9 creeps in his face before he kills him. That was really funny.
Oh, what a classic. All right. Good vision here. Again, Warlock also just makes all these team fights so much easier with the Fatal Bonds. Doesn't have Rock yet, as Scourge McDuck trying to clear through these camps.
And even this, like, they're just sapping his EXP.
Yeah. I mean, they've identified exactly what they want to do. They're trying to farm up an IO. Like, that was the whole point of this draft and everything. But, like, they took over this whole triangle area so quickly where they cut off any thought of rotation for the cut. Like,
top lane?
Oh, this is a miracle moment.
Wants to do it. You war, though. He gets the egg.
Oh.
And now the turn. He will eventually fall, but it wasn't a clean kill. Lil Nick still gets on the board. Much needed.
But that, honestly, that's huge for the cut, right? Because now they have pressure in this lane with a wagon. I mean, the rest of the map not looking so hot. I think mid tower's about to die here. But they have this top pressure.
He's a haste rune.
Oh, no. Yeah,
oh, man, mid tower's just dead.
And Scourge McDuck gonna get ran down.
He wave's coming.
Tries to relocate, tries to jump away. Not gonna happen. Dead so, and now they're gonna come and defend this top tower. Little Nick still trying to make it happen. Really the bushwhack pulls him back afterwards, but does get the strength form off into the TP away. Oh, they drop it! Oh my God, MSS queuing up the sharpshooter, the turnaround. Little Nick gonna die. They keep their tower alive wall taking mid. Yeah, that's pretty devastating.
Yeah, really good play by Quincy Crew, honestly. It's just solid Dota fundamentals. You take the enemy's towers, you defend your own towers, and that's how you get map control. Something that I saw there is they made Hoodwink's ultimate not give vision anymore. So SVG actually couldn't see that morphling until the ultimate hit, I think. I don't know if it gets vision when it hits, but you can see like the sharpshooter's not going on anymore.
Oh, yeah, Tingle King, this was never going to work. Oh, they're bringing in more people now, but I still don't think that they can really stop this. He does keep him off of the tower at the very least. That's something.
It's interesting because like both of these games, they're obviously like way to control already. But Quincy Crew, they also took risks themselves. You know what I mean? It's not just like they're like way better and everything. Like typical better team play would be to be like, I would say almost a little bit more like static in the lanes and just like crush them, because they were already crushing the lanes pretty hard. They could have continued to crush their lanes. They had that ward deep in between the two towers. MSS could have stayed bottom and sniped couriers. But like the way that they just cut off any sort of like lifeline between the lanes, that it happened so fast that they snowballed this lead into this just like crazy point at like 8 minutes.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And now it's even harder to make these little comeback plays, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like typically you're losing your lanes and you're just waiting for that like offlaner to get 6 and it feels like you can at least make that play. This game just looks impossible.
Sleep.
Oh, good goal by them though.
Okay,
nice,
a chase. They're relocating afterwards, but they're on the wrong side of Quinn, and Quinn has some heal coming through too. But as that sun ray coming out, oh, they're all fatal bond together. You guys got to be careful. The turnaround from this could be deadly. They catch onto one, and they bring down the Viper. Okay. The Cut able to manage risk effectively, and now turning on to LOA. The right click's coming through, trying to get him less loud, though. Gets the big call and the spin down with the bushwhack to follow, and looking for the dunk, but Nick, he gets the strength form off. Barely in time. Wave swarms through, goes back for the kill. What a madman. Now the taunt and the TP away. All right, good stuff, Nick. Gotta put on some style points.
That was really good. I mean, obviously they got kills and stuff, but like just the concept, right? You're behind. They grouped up the heroes. Quincy Crew are getting a little bit cocky, to be honest. You know, they're not grouped up enough, and they punish it. And you know, that's in this series, I think this is the first play where it really felt like the Cut is coming together. They're like connecting their heroes, and you can see in this play like Mars Arena nothing, and this play still went really well for them, because when your opponents are this far ahead and they're like overextending on the map, so spreading the resources, like they're so overextended that even if you don't have Mars Arena, you can still win this fight. Unfortunately,
Scourge, yeah,
not great.
Oh, easy kill for Mojo.
Pingu also likely to go down here as well. Oh, can they get in range?
He's got the spirit. He's good.
All right, he's fine. Yeah, I guess that the other thing there was...
No. Tingle King, he wants to go on Warlock, but I don't know if this is the one.
Oh, no. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Run away. Lil Nick, he's trying to give him a little bit of courage there, but Tingle King eventually going to go down. He's getting tipped by his team. Yo, what's happening?
I mean, to be honest, that's more indicative of them having a good time than some toxic stuff. If you want to be toxic, you can be like more insidious than that, right?
Okay, I see what you mean. That's
fair. NA players, they're very experienced in being toxic, so it's gotten like... It's gone through the motions. It's next level already.
All right, I like it.
But I mean, like, you want to make these plays here, but you see, like Mars, like he tries to make this solo play after his carries sort of already died. It's all heroes there, and like they're just if you make one more mistake in a game like this, like you cannot come back anymore. That's the problem. Like now they don't have Mars Arena. They're not grouped up. Lil Nick's about to juke all of these stupid Quincy Crew players. Just kidding.
Nope.
Gets rocked.
Yeah, and the walk away. Yours there though, and they got him with the Spirit Vessel and everything else. Super dead.
Yeah, and Quinn is he's just so powerful right now. He has this bot, he has the Spirit Vessel, like no one, wherever he goes, he's just gonna chase him out.
No matter what happens here, don't forget that he did at least die.
That's right.
So he did feed this game.
Who killed him?
Quinn. Pingu.
Oh.
I already checked.
You're late.
I already messaged him.
That's the new command, the Pingu command. Wow. Well, Axe is about to get shard now. Well, no, wait, excuse me. It's 5 more minutes. We still got some time. That's what he's got queued up, though. And they're looking for the Spirit Vessel and Vol as well. I mean, I guess the other thing that we should mention is, like, a lot of the reason that great fight happened before from the Cut was because Golem was on cooldown. And they still tried to take a fight. They got to be careful about this one here, as Quincy Crew going to lose LOA. Another round of Spirit Vessel. They're moving in.
That's a lot of bonds, though.
Look at him go. The egg afterwards to try and turn it. Tingle King keeping the egg alive. And now Quinn in a bit too deep. Quinn, ooh, they're able to dodge away to the side, away from that ulti from the hoodwink. Little Nick takes the kill down. The dunk comes from Leslau afterwards. As Lil Nick gonna go for the call, trying to get healed back up, but a bushwhack from MSS, and then the right-click beat down as all of them will fall, and the Cut lose 4.
I gotta say, that fight was pretty well executed by the Cut, right? As you were mentioning, like they knew the rock was down, they're trying to seize these opportunities. I think if they had a little bit more net worth, like perhaps Martin try for the solo play on the Warlock and top rune, like you could have seen that swung a bit differently. Because how they executed a fight, like it gives you hope into what they're capable of this game, you know? Like the Mars, he got the arena off to cut the Ursa off from the fight, and because of that, they were able to get the egg off. And like the synergy on their spells is really good there. It's just not enough, you know, just barely. And yeah.
Yeah, they run right for the roast, but they know they're doing this, I think. I mean, they're pinging now. It seems like from the movement they were making, they were kind of aware.
Right. But classic curse of Dota. You just see Roshan, hit Roshan, kill Roshan, you know?
No ultis anyway. There's like no way they're going to go and fight this. Oh, now we got an Invis rune here. There is a sentry down, though, so Lil Nick might play it cool. Oh, there's also a dire sentry, so also Lelos knows that this is there.
Yeah. Well,
did they just find their Philosopher's Stone?
Oh, that's not good. Uh-oh.
Oh, no, it was theirs. We're good. Don't worry.
Okay, got it.
I actually played a pub where I found the enemy's Philosopher's Stone, and we had our own Philosopher's Stone. It felt really good.
That's way too powerful.
It was very strong.
Just never push towers. You're just gonna win.
Bot lane, they're going on to Phoenix here. Nice TP in from Quinn.
Well, it's Vol. He's fine. You know, yeah.
Vol has denied so many
MSS?
charges from this game, though.
He goes down. They're able to get the stomp spear combo off. All right. Nice
Where
pick
did
off.
he get him? What a play, actually. That's like a pretty aggressive position.
Now Quinn's running into them?
And they even have this like good ward to farm in the enemy triangle.
Gonna stomp.
Oh my god, he's level 15, run!
Yeah, you gotta get the
Big
hell out
mean
of there.
bully Quinn is here. But I will say, like, these deaths on Vol, like, the death bottom, it looks a bit silly, because it just sort of looks like you're just dying. But this death actually leads to space on the map, so they can get the kill on Mojo, which is worth more. And even, like, steal enemy camp in the triangle, get a good ward down. If you're gonna die when you're behind, you have to do it on the side lanes.
Little Nick
runs into a bear.
Runs into him. The rest of the team moving into position. Has to waveform out, but guess who's there? Leslau finds his man. Scourge McDuck, tether up, tries to get out. Backs away, a good stomp. Nick jumps, but not able to back out of there fully. Look at the Sunray, though. Oh, but there's the golem. That one hurts. They did take down one. Leslau falling. The egg also going out. And it looks like that's going to be enough for the Cut to back out of there. So a trade of 1 for 1. I mean, you lose Nick, but I think taking down the Axe, like, with how far ahead they are, it's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of Golda and EXP, I think that's pretty good for Radiant. The problem is, like, these trades, what also matters is, like, what's your win condition? And I think... Oh, Ursa's going on here.
Oh, no.
Yawar does not care.
Amuleted by LOA.
Okay, MSS dropping, though. Tingle King able to find himself a kill. They brought down the Ursa as well. But there's not a whole lot left in the tank now. And the upheaval, this is going to be really deadly. No more egg for 70 seconds. Sunray, though, to try and stop it. Dude, this Warlock Golem is just going ham. Beating away with the Fatal Bonds. Needs to hit some of those other heroes. As Lil Nick wanted to go in, but decides to just back out instead. And this is Scourge McDuck almost done with the Aghanims, too.
Oh, that's a big timing. Because right now I'm thinking of, like, what's Radiant's win condition, right? Because while you're playing Dota, you can do all the things in the world, but the only thing that really matters is your ability to force a GG or hit the enemy throne, right?
Yeah.
So generally that tells, like, you hit an item timing, you win a fight, you get Roshan, you win the game. Stuff like that. I don't know what Radiant's win condition yet is, but if they keep taking these fights in the same way, like, one might appear, you know? Like, maybe Morphling will hit this BKB E-Blade or whatever he's going timing, and they can use that to win a fight. This Wisp Eggs, it was, maybe it would have won them the game, like, 3 years ago when Wisp Eggs was broken, but we'll see what it does here.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, all right, so their high ground's not incredible from Quincy. And maybe a classic play is like, you know, they have really good high ground defense. They have ET, Phoenix, Mars. You have some cheeky stuff you do with spears, right? So what happens is the enemy team, they get frustrated when you lose that one fight with the ultis. So what do? They buy back to beat some of the timings. You kill them again on a much harder fight, and suddenly our game's even. It can
honestly,
be done.
like, that plan, like, not like maybe even a little bit less extreme than that, where the enemy's buying back. Like if the enemy goes high ground too early without Aegis or something, you have really good like combos, and we've seen that in these like even in these small fights, right? Like when they get the arena, the egg, and the ET stomp off, they're actually killing the Dire's heroes, and they're looking decent in these fights. Like
Yeah. Part
for
of
being
it
10,
is
11k down, they're
yeah,
fighting.
it's a lot of percent-based stuff too. Because like it's ET,
Nice.
right? It's Phoenix, it's Spear Vessel. It's a nice spear,
Okay.
but it's the big guy.
On to Quinn, trying to take him down. Everything comboed together. Can they get the kill? The Golem to interrupt. Quinn's still down low. Lil Nick trying
get
to
away.
finish him off. Can they quite get him? The Sun Ray, it's enough. They take down one, but a big call from Leslau. Tries to get him out. No, the relocate. He wasn't tethered. Oh, no. And Vol going to get ran down eventually. Tingle King tries to back out of here. Has the Blink Dagger up, so that'll get him away. Is the TP out. What happened with the tether and the relocate there?
I couldn't tell, honestly.
Oh,
it was the end of a relocate, but
Got it.
yeah.
Oof.
So it must have been on cooldown.
Yeah, I think it was.
Not bad though. That's even.
A top lane though.
Scourge
That
McDuck.
will not make it even.
He's got the Kobold Foreman. He's fast. He's running
Oh.
away.
Oh, he wants
Oh,
the
body
snipes.
blocks. The body blocks.
Nice.
Well played. And I mean that play ends up being 2 for 1, but those are still the plays you have to make. Like you have to take these risks and try to force zeros. Unfortunately,
Yeah, Pinga was just dewarding.
Single King's here. Oh, the
Oh my
bounce
god, the
back.
bounce
Oh,
back
no.
saves him from the spear.
Jeez. Sharpshooter is ridiculous. But the turn now. And they're
Nice.
going to punish MSS. The rest of them moving
might
into
get double.
position. Easy peasy. Leslau now in trouble too.
LOH
He's out of
thinking
it.
it
Quinn
too.
is moving into this one. They want to try and take this fight. They're all fatal bound together. That is a little bit scary. And the upheaval able to get away on Uwar. On the other side, Nick taking a lot of
He's BKB,
damage.
but no TP.
Yeah.
Guys, don't feed.
This is a little spooky here. But, I mean, again, it's these fights without Golem, right? Like, that was the other thing with that last fight was that they had to use Rock to sort of come out with the trades. Things looking much better for the cut here.
The leads drop, and they might get the Sange soon on this IO, which greatly amps everything.
it is actually a big item on IO. I think they're bringing these heroes to the fight, as we mentioned before, right? And every time they do this, like, I'm surprised how well these fights are going for them. And I don't know if it's like their execution is really good. Maybe Quincy crew are playing a little bit sloppy, or they're just doing the right thing, you know?
Yeah.
I think
they're
it's like a
getting
little
mid-tower.
sloppy,
That's
but
big.
they're doing a lot of little things. Like they're morphing into the Viper to break him, to kill his passive. He got that a
that's
couple
smart.
times. Yeah, that's nice.
They're starting to. It almost looks like they're running over the map. You know, they've invaded the enemy triangle. They're still in cancer. Like this is not something I would expect. Random spear.
Oh.
Oh, that was close. Like it's not something I would expect for a team that's 10k gold behind, but
Right.
they're doing it, and they're honestly looking decent. I mean, I think they're pretty unfavored in this game, but the level of play is looking good. You know.
I like Nick's inventory. He knows what he needs to do this game, right? Got
Nice.
That is
E-Blade.
good
It's good.
inventory.
Yeah, triple
It's a
rapier.
quality plan.
Just walk around spamming the shotgun taunt. you do what you gotta do, you know.
Exactly. Well, as often is the case, it feels like next Roche could be where we see some shenanigans go down and where it could decide this game. Axe does have his Aghanim Shard now as well. So going for the Manta build next on Leslau.
Nice, nice.
Well, and a smoke up from Quincy crew. I think they'll try to bait the Ursa to here. He's just gonna push 2 ways mid, and then they're gonna try to get control of the Roshan in the area with some wards here. They already have 1 ward set up, which makes this play really easy for them.
That is indeed the play. I mean, they know that they're taking the outpost, so they might even just bail off early, depending.
Are they going to try and fight into this area? They don't have much vision. Okay, they placed down a ward now. Got to be careful on the cut.
I also know there was no obs up there covering their own ward, so they're
Right.
safe.
Ingu. Gonna be found, and he might be the one left behind. So they will find that
Easy.
quick and easy kill there onto the Elder Titan. And
That's
Roche.
a good kill for Dire too. I think if you look at the Radiant lineup, you definitely want to kill ET.
Whoa,
Oh, they're trying to fight this. This is crazy.
BKB.
All right, interesting. Yeah,
They dropped
worth-
Golem for that.
He's
Wow.
like, we're roaching anyway.
I mean, they still have some time before Roche. If they can find more here, this is huge for them. Looking
Our
for more.
TP's in.
Scorch
Man,
McDuck
this
there.
is vicious.
Little Nick, they want to get this kill up on the high ground. Nobody has buybacks right here either. Needs to get out, but actually Quinn, he might be the one that goes down. They know he didn't have BKB. has that Glimmer Cape trying to kill off the egg. It's not going to come in time. Somehow they're making this fight work for them. They came back in with the IO and end up winning that fight, take down the Warlock to boot. That is wild. What a great
Quincy,
recognition
what are you
by
doing?
the cut.
Oh, they're going to turn here, though. They have the vision.
Oh, yeah, Pingu now in some trouble. They call him back in. ET dead for another 30 seconds. And Lil Nick going to TP out of that one.
All right.
That's really well played by the cut. I mean, obviously Quincy Crew made some mistakes, but recognizing it and taking advantage is pretty hard to do, I think.
They are very ambitious in their mid-fight TPs there. They were like trying to box in the remains of the cut, but Quinn just didn't have any friends. He's just like this lone green viper just wandering around there, slowly getting whittled down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so I thought ET was the best pick for Radiant to get because I think for Dire to get because I think he's sort of the linchpin of their fight. Like you need ET to sort of follow up in terms of damage and to like counter initiate and stuff like that. But I like how TC are playing, honestly. Like their ET's dead, and even though they're behind, they don't have fear. Like if they think something will make something a good fight, they're not afraid to jump it. I think jumping the Viper there was very crazy. Oh.
Yeah, the Vol, he goes down. That was a nice play. That was Manta used, but catching now onto LOA. Spear him back in. Able to catch. Leslau goes for the call, connects onto Io. The Fatal Bonds onto all of them. Able to look for the snap, but it's way too much damage. They lose 4. Oh, that one hurt. That one really hurt.
The bonds with the spinning axe illusions.
Dude, that was
a lot of damage.
Much damage. Look at that. 3,000.
That was like all axe and Warlock.
Holy moly.
I'm actually a bit disappointed Leslau's going for the BKB over the Moonshard. That's okay. The BKB is definitely the better item.
Dude, and now they get like Shard on Ursa with Aegis and Cheese. Yeah. And they also kill a courier? Was that what that was? No, I want to see. Rough stuff, man.
Wait, so the courier can't get a vision in the Roshan pet anymore, right?
Right.
That's how it works? Can it still pick up items? Like do items like if you
need vision.
so you need okay.
Well, if
like
you send
an
a plague
illusion
ward
or
or
something,
a
yeah.
unit.
I see. So you need vision plus a courier in order to pick up items.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Damn, dude. It was looking good for the cut, but that's like, it really just sort of knocks us back down to reality here.
I mean, it was looking like there's a chance, right? That's what we should say.
That's fair. Better than game 1 for sure.
That's true. This is lasted quite a bit longer.
Yeah. Pingu found again, jump in, call, looking for one, not going to connect onto Tingle King, but it is Pingu that will fall. And never mind, Tingle King also dead. The Bushwhack ability is very strong. Ywar runs in, kills Vol. Dude, just like a hit squad.
And MSS just blinks forward, has all this range with the Aether Lens. Crazy amount of solo damage.
It's wild.
Yeah, we're just going in.
Jump in, buyback from 2 immediately. Scourge McDuck being brought down low, but there's the rock afterwards, connects. Dead again. Leslau will fall. Lil Nick trying to salvage something here as he's speeding into Ywar along with that Sun Ray. The egg down afterwards, but they turn onto the egg, try and take it down.
Nice.
It is going to die. Aegis is taken care of, but they still have Cheese. Plus he's got the Shard for the Enraged little mini thing. But they hold high ground for the moment.
That was also a pretty sick fight from the cut there. You got the double Mars Spears on tier 4s with the Egg Shard. I wasn't expecting that at all, and then they glyphed it, so the tier 4s are just beating into Quincy Crew.
It's fair.
Oh man, that Ursa Shard is so good for shotgun though. Just a free minus 80% reduction.
Yeah. 1.5 seconds in rage. Ugh, it's so wild. I feel like it should be like 0.5 seconds or something.
5 seconds.
Yeah, I still think it'd be
have
really
no
good.
idea.
I think the shard's strong on some of these heroes, right? But it doesn't. The heroes themselves aren't that strong, and the shard is more of a way to like balance the hero out.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like some heroes have really good shards. You're like, wow, that's really strong for 1400 gold. And it's more to do with the fact that the hero themselves isn't that good. I like that. Like it's more ways to balance the game and like.
Yeah, we
create,
got a lot
like,
of those
dynamics.
now.
Yeah.
Shards, eggs, talents.
At the same time, you have some shards which are completely worthless, right? And the heroes are good. Now, I think I like that in Dota.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Top lane, does Quinn solo kill him?
Oh,
Yeah,
not
he's got no
solo.
ulti.
It was a kill, but you know MSS had to get in a little bit as well there.
Man, Mojo actually came there from so far away. He just has the Scurry plus the Blink Aether Lens and the long range OT. Pretty cool. I mean, I haven't seen anything that's convinced me of this hero's viability this game. I think he looked pretty weak on lane, and he got like a couple good kills mid. But yeah, cool play.
Bushwhack does feel pretty strong. I feel like that's the best part of his kit right now in a way is they're going to try and kill LOA here down bottom. Looks like they'll get him.
A lot of the other tools are seeming like they're kind of weak though. Like the camouflage one where it's like, oh yes, if you stand still. Like compared to other heroes' abilities, that one's like kind of lame.
Yeah.
I think one of the problems with Bushwhack though is like if you cut the tree that they're tethered to, it ends the stun.
Yeah.
So like it is a strong spell, but like there's so much counterplay available to it, which like isn't inherently bad, right? It's just a bit on the weak side, I think, as an overall hero.
At least they nerfed all those tree cutting abilities.
That's true. That is true. Big buffs.
It is, and I think the other thing obviously is just like having a break. You know, is something that just like makes the hero instantly better because there's so many things that have been taken away.
Yes, it might not be listed there, but there is in fact still a break on this ability.
Right.
Why would it be listed there?
That'd be ridiculous.
I was literally hovering over it, and I was
to
like,
know what their spells do.
I was like hovering over. I was like, oh my god, did I misread the patch notes? Oh my god, what's happening?
Yeah, no, it is still there, and it does scale with how long you wind it up too. That's another thing. Is that like the debuff duration is directly related to how long you wind up. It's better now with the talent. It's 25% reduction, but that applies to like the break as well. So
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of really good shards, Warlock is good to go, has the Shadow Word cooldown now, so they're never going to be dropping down that low.
Oh,
okay.
That's the spirit. Nice, nice.
High-level play from the IO. You like to see it?
I will say, I really like what Phoenix is doing here. Like, his team's sort of stuck in base, but him as the support can sort of go on the map and create something, you know? He forces Ursa TP, hopefully it doesn't just feed here and, you know, Sag.
Oh,
that would be so impressed if he managed to live.
Worth it. You got some lanes out, you made the Ursa show bottom, you delayed the push.
I like his item build
really
too.
Long, actually.
His item build seems good to me too. 5 Midas.
Oh, that was actually his buyback death.
Oh no.
And you gotta get the Midases. But, okay, if that wasn't a buyback death, I think he would have respawned by the time Ursa made it back. Now it just looks silly because now he's just dead and they're gonna push your base. But
you gotta take chances.
That was terrible advice you gave him.
I mean, this is on me.
Yeah.
I'll take the blame.
Pretty much.
Yo, Quinn, where's the shard, man? Hit these towers.
That's true. I have a friend who's a Viper spammer, and he swears by the shard. And every time we're playing these long games, we can't break high ground. Like, okay, just wait for 20 minutes, and he will hit the buildings with the shard.
Long games, 20 minutes. This is your own experience?
Yeah. I don't know what I just said.
You and your spammy.
I'm just watching the cut play 4 people under fountain.
To be fair, I think that when you know you've been seeing those games, it's either like you win really quickly or you lose really quickly, just based upon.
I mean, to be honest, it was more about it used to be the Viper 25.
Oh yeah,
like, we would wait for
you go.
25. That's how it usually happened. Like we'd be playing a 50-minute game.
That's
we wait
fair.
for him to get 25 to break base.
Well, the
Now
cut.
it's on the shard.
Waiting for that's the new way. Jump in,
Okay.
find the
I got
Warlock.
the big one.
That's a good kill.
Great kill. Scorching Duck backs away. Leslau's in deep. They do kill off Tingle King, though, so it comes at a cost. Now Manta's out, blows up one. Can they find anything to turn it? Leslau down low, and he ends up falling. Pingu will die for this one. Has buyback, though. They buy back. Oh, here we go. This is where it could all fall apart. Or it could
Or
not.
come together.
Or it could really not. But BKB turn. Lil Nick living. Quinn trying to run out of there. Ghost Scepter out. You are trying to escape for the moment. They don't have egg. And Mars is still dead for 30. But they did buy back on Leslau.
Well, they want that word so bad. Nice. Catapult on it. Get a catapult. Nice and safe.
Easy.
Slowly. All right, creeps coming. We got it.
That's some gold for them, too.
Just could buy something nice there. Come out with some helms next time. Helms of the Iron Will or something.
Yeah.
Should be able to put your items into your barracks and then your creeps spawn with them.
That's hype.
I like that.
Now we're
idea.
talking. That's where the neutral
I
item
think
should go.
in the old
Ooh.
Aeon of Strife games, you could upgrade your creeps, right? That was part of a lot of them.
Interesting.
I mean, imagine. Oh god, that's actually gonna happen to our economy someday. Position 5. Hey, did you buy HP regen on the top lane yet? No.
Buy me the
wanted
courier,
boots.
upgrade
No.
the courier, upgrade my creeps,
All right.
buy me so stupid support.
It's a painful life, but we lead it. Speaking of which, 31,000 gold lead right now.
Ooh, MSS.
Yeah.
The baits.
Pulls him in, gets him killed. Nice pick off there. MSS finding a lot to do on this hero that everybody else is saying is not the bee's knees.
I mean, he literally, that could have been any support. He just stood there waiting for something to happen. He's instantly blinked.
Well, turn. Little Nick trying to get out of there. BKB out. Ywar beats into him. They drop the Warlock Golem afterwards. Vol tries to jump out, has the egg again, has to pop it, but they're going right after him. Jumps in, the taunt, the chase down, looking for the kill. The egg ends up popping, but it doesn't look like it's going to matter. 4 are dead for the cut. GG is called. Quincy crew, they take care of business.
Yes. One last sharpshooter to finish things off there. And yes, they made this one slightly less painful. Well, it depends how you look at it, I guess. They did take longer to do it and still get their victory, but hopefully some better things to look at from this one for the cut, especially some of their team fighting. We can definitely praise the way they took a lot of these fights, considering how far behind they were when the game felt like it started.
Yeah, I think some of the spellcasting in the fights were definitely good. They had some like decent ideas where they would try to group up and outnumber these Quincy crew heroes, but at the end of the day, this is Quincy crew, right? Like, this is a team that had a free major win with Mojo, only held back by a full pandemic just to stop this team, you know? So
that's true.
What can you do?
It's a true point. Yeah, you know, the world had to conspire together to take down NA Dota just one peg. You know, it would have been a completely different thing. Ooh, Nick almost had a rapier, actually. That would have been a pretty cool way to see it. I like what you guys are saying about the like it feeling maybe a little bit better for the cut. I think that they showed some pretty good coordination in that game, and it felt like, you know, those fights where like things get super separated and it gets all wild and wacky. I think that you need like some pretty good communication to be able to work through that and then make sure that you're hitting the right targets. And it felt like this game they tried to just bully Quinn in that mid game as much as possible, and it kind of worked for them. So I don't feel terrible about that loss. Quincy crew, this is what we expected, right? Like, this is pretty much what we thought we'd get from them. Any final thoughts on that?
They clowned a little. I think they clowned a bit in the mid game, maybe. Huh, Quinn? Shape it up there, the crew. But I mean, overall, obviously, a very good game. Their early game is crazy. Their first like 10 minutes, they're so smothering on every single lane. I feel like you could watch their first 10 minutes for like an hour and just try and dig out some of the things that they're doing here to make these two games look so brutal.
Mm-hmm. Well,
yeah, not just a solid performance by Quincy crew. I mean, solid. They clowned around a bit the last game, but they look like the tier of team that they are. So
okay. Well, good to see. We are not done for today, though. We still have 2 more matches here in the NADPC, one for upper division and one for lower division, which should also be pretty hype. But EG versus Sad Boys right around the corner. For now, at least, we're going to head to a break. When we get back, the panel's going to break down all the action from this one. And I think that we're going to have some time to fill. So we'll see what they have to say. See you guys in a bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful North America Dota fans, welcome back. Our first series done for this fine shellacking Sunday, as it is going to be coined and looks to be true here. It is Quincy who get the win against the cut. I'm back with Jenkins, and I'm back with Sunsfan and all that delicious neck-bearded glory as he's showing off there. Gentlemen, it goes as expected. The cut do manage to get some scrappy opportunities there in game number 2, but the result is the same. You know, Jenkins, like, where do we go from here? What do we walk away from this series feeling for Quincy crew, and then maybe feeling for the cut?
You know, the first game, I think that was a complete outplay from Quincy crew. I think that was something that they were, you know, on another level. You could say that. You could feel kind of bad about that one, learn a lot about that one if you're the cut. Game 2, I actually think their draft was significantly worse, to be honest, and they still had some, like you said, scrappy moments where they were actually making pretty good moves on the map. It's like maybe, you know, losing the lanes and then making those moves makes it a little harder. Maybe they need to bring more heroes to it. You know, maybe the kind of meta of the moves should be better, but within the moves themselves, they're actually playing them quite well, despite, I think, having a worse draft other than this hoodwink. I think the Morphling IO is you know, both of these heroes not looking so good in the core position right now. I think the cut kind of leaned on their previous patch cheese that doesn't really work in this patch. Whereas Quincy Crew was playing very on meta for this patch, you know, with the Axe Manta style, for example.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Suns fan, obviously a big fan of the Axe there. So I assume you big supporter of Laylis on this one. But we also got to see the Hoodwink. So
Yeah.
how do you feel about that being as a polar opposite to the same team?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be asking about the Hoodwink, but just game in general, the Cup did look a lot better, like you guys said. Tough to say whether Quincy Crew brought their A game or not in terms of. I mean, I guess you could say at the end of the day, they still won every lane, at least by a little bit. Spear Vessel against both Io and Morph feels a bit bad. That was what Quinn had on the Viper. But even though they had these moments, the cut had these moments, the top 3 most farm heroes for the entire game were positions 1, 2, and 3 for Quincy Crew. So they had control of the game. Felt like a lot of it was predicated on the Warlock ult, having a big downtime, obviously. So I think the cut took advantage the best they could, and they looked a lot better.
All right. Well, we do have a winner's interview lined up and ready to go. So why don't we go ahead and bring on none other than Laylis. Laylis, GG's, congratulations, a 2-0 win versus the cut. And welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you.
Looking good, my man. Now, I got to personally talk to you this past Monday about this matchup. And, you know, I knew it was going to be a one-sided type of matchup. I asked, you know, was Quincy Crew going to try anything a bit different? And you said, no, we're looking to take this serious. Well, game number 2, Mojo's got a hoodwink going on. So tell me, my man, after game 1, how were you guys feeling? Did you feel like you had this kind of flexibility? Is this just Mojo getting blessed to kind of have some fun, or was the whole team kind of feeling a bit loose?
I mean, we're experimenting with the hero. We think the hero's kind of decent, and we think it's just a good hero to pick in that situation, so we just picked it.
Okay, you're going to die on that hill. Fair enough. And we'll see what Jenkins and Sunsfan have to say, though. I'm sure they also are just as curious about the hero and curious about the performance. Sunsfan, or yeah, Sunsfan, we'll start with you this time.
Wow, that is a first. Thank you so much, Dakota.
No problem.
Mr. Leslau, or Lelis, whatever the hell you want to be called these days, my friend. Just a personal observation about Quincy Crew as a whole, because last season it didn't feel like you guys did this as often with the whole flex picking. It's something we talked about a lot. You guys would pick Quinn's hero, and everybody would know it's Quinn's hero the entire time. Obviously, it worked out anyway, but seeing more flex picks like Viper, Tiny, is that like a conscious decision you guys are making, or is it just you guys becoming more comfortable with the patch/heroes?
I think it depends sometimes. I think the order of the draft kind of makes a really big difference now. I think first pick is a lot easier to draft, and second pick, since you get like counter pick 3 times, it's if you don't really have a flex, you can feel really bad if you just get straight up counter picked, right? So the flex does help, of course, but I don't think it's something that you have to do it every draft, or else, right? Or else you're just gonna lose. I think it just depends on what heroes we're comfortable playing, and if we can flex them, then great. But it's not something like we need a flex. We don't really think like that.
My follow-up question before we get to Jenkins. I am an Axe connoisseur, so I appreciate you building the Manta-style shard. I do want to talk about the build a bit, though, because it seems like the general build that I'm seeing most often is Vanguard, Blink, then Manta Shard. You don't go for like a Blade Mail anymore. Is that because it's just too many like small items, or the games just don't end up going? Like I guess pro games are a lot different than pubs, because my pubs, it's going to be a 60-minute game, so I can get whatever items I want. But can you talk to me about the why no Blade Mail anymore?
So Blade Mail, what happens usually is people like buy Yules. People are really good at playing against Axe nowadays, so people just buy Yule first item, and then when you call someone Blade Mail, they're just gonna Yule you, and Blade Mail's not gonna do anything. And there's a lot of heroes that stop the interaction with the Blade Mail and stuff. Because if you pick an Axe, usually like you might just get Invoker, and then he uses Tornado on you, right? Or Oracle might save the guy or something. There's a lot of stuff that kind of stops that damage from happening, and not always do you call the carry, right? That will do damage to you with Blade Mail. Maybe you're just calling the support, and the blade mail's not really doing any damage. It's not really doing anything. So I don't really think the item's that good for Axe, honestly. I think it just kind of delays BKB, and I think the problem with Axe was they didn't do damage in call, right? When you called someone, you just sit there and you didn't spin, and you spin like once or twice. But with the Manta shard, you can just call Manta and you kill the guy from full, because you're just spinning nonstop with the illusion. So the Manta kind of fixes what Blade Mail was supposed to do, right?
Okay, thank you. I will stop building.
That's at least what I think.
Thank you for everyone who has to play with Suns fan moving forward. I do have Jenkins here as well, who's happy to ask some questions. Jenkins.
Okay, I got a couple of questions. He kind of asked about the Axe Manta. I had something about that. We'll scrap that. So I know you guys treat, and you've said in interviews, you treat opponents kind of the same every match. You just focus on the upcoming match. You're not thinking about winning, what's going to happen when you win. You're just like, I'm just going to play my best Dota or whatever. And I want to know, like, did you have the mentality of not thinking about the results when you first started playing? Like, was that something that was built into you as a person, or did you have to learn to just focus on absolutely playing your best and not on like what was to come afterwards?
So I guess I've been a player where I've never been really on good teams, as you can say, right? I've always been like losing, honestly. I've been on tier 2 teams. I've lost a lot. So in the beginning, I would think a lot about the outcome of things, and I really wanted to win. I had like expectations for stuff. But after just losing a lot and just, I don't know, it just gets you when you just have to play and you have to hope for the best. If you lose, you lose. If you win, that's great. But if you have expectations for your matches, you're gonna just get destroyed after. Like after you lose, it's gonna feel really bad.
True. Hard to recover if you actually have expectations. Okay. Another question is this is no meme questions today. Game 1, you guys farmed Yawar and Quinn on the opposite side of the map, and then you and the supports were just running around like crazy in their triangle and just doing like chaotic shit, dying, but then your gold lead like kept going up and up and up. So I'm wondering, is there anybody on your team that specifically makes map calls like that, or is that just like individually you guys trust that Quinn will come when when it's the best time for him to come to the fight? Like, is that an individual thing, or is there like a captain? It's like, here's where we're gonna put our heroes on the map.
I think it's a little bit of both. I think sometimes people say stuff that we should be doing this, and then we do it. And other times it's more people individually doing what they're supposed to be doing, and then we kind of just meet up because people know where they should be, right? It's kind of an automatic thing. Or I'm playing in a lane, I ask someone to come, he comes, and then after that he just naturally connects to mid, and then I just go to mid too. This is the correct move to do. And a lot of it is kind of natural, but a lot of it is also someone says something, oh, we should be doing this, we should go here, and then we go as a team. There's not really like a dictator that does it on our team. It's more like a lot of us just talk.
Yeah.
And we just trust each other.
Would you say you guys like talked a lot more about that at the start, and now it's kind of like more instinct, and you kind of have more synergy that you just do it automatically?
I think for sure playing together makes you have more synergy. I think when we watch replays, it helps us a lot to have an idea what we want to be doing. And then we kind of already know what we want to be doing because we've talked about it and we watch like replays of where we should be and how we should be using our heroes.
Gotcha. Cool.
Awesome stuff, Laylas. Thank you so much for allowing us to pick your brain. It wasn't an easy one today. No meme questions from these guys. So thank you so much. Congratulations on your win. And we look forward to watching you play against the big dogs soon enough. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Of course. All right.
Jenkins
GG's
taking
hearts.
notes that whole time?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. All right.
Hey,
so
man.
we should be good enough so that we don't have to talk to each other. Okay, cool. We'll figure that out. All right. GG's all around. Hearts and easies in the chat for Leslau, of course. And gentlemen, we'll take a moment to check out the current standings just to kind of see where this sets us up with the results with Quincy Crew getting the win here. I imagine they're going to be up at the top, probably sitting a bit closer there to Undying, who've already got the 4 series under their belt. Unfortunately for the cut, this drops them down and below to the bottom. And Jenkins, I mean, Laylas was talking about there because of your question, you know, and maybe it's the cut who are kind of going through that experience now, just loss after loss after loss. You know, you can't go into these matches and just play for the expectation. You just have to kind of what was it? Just kind of play good Dota in that moment.
Yeah, so that's something that I've noticed that a lot of these tier 1 players think like that, and this is just as an observation as a tier 2 shitter my entire life, is that I know how I have felt after losing games, and I know how poorly I play if I'm playing off of emotion or if I'm playing off of I think that we should win. If you're thinking anything about the results, you aren't just objectively going into the game and solving the problems that are in front of you, because you're solving these problems that don't even exist yet. You're playing in hypotheticals, which is that's just not what Dota's about. I mean, that's the beauty of this game is it's like it's hard to think like 6 moves in advance because there's so much that the enemy team can do that will surprise you. You know, it's like chess except real time. It's so hard. So I've noticed a lot of tier 1 players think like that, and it's cool to actually talk to somebody like Lelis and get confirmation on that in his thought process, because you can have a lot of conjecture as a tier 2 shitter, but knowing for sure is a different thing.
And I know it's kind of early to say, Suns fan, based on what we're seeing there with Quincy Crew playing. They seem pretty on form. Are we going to see a different possible expectation for them later on when they're going against the likes of EG and Undying? Or, could we see just a possible run back from season 1?
Yeah, it's really tough to say because we haven't really seen a ton of competition thus far because we're going to just ramp it up, right? But like, if I had to predict something, I think it's more likely that the opposite happens versus last time, which ends up being the same result, funnily enough, where Quincy Crew actually beats Undying this time but loses to EG. I think that's going to be more likely this time around. But yeah, they're definitely looking good. But again, it's really tough to look at this in a microcosm just because of the competition that they're up against so far.
True.
All right. Well, we do obviously have a little bit of time before our next series is to come, but I do want to remind you folks that we do have the good folks at XPG sponsoring this event. And I want to give them a special shout out here and a bit of a plug. We're going full cam for this one. That is none other than the Gunmetal Xenia Notebook. It's more than the 2060 graphics card. That thing is a beaut. They don't allow me to get much closer to it than this. I have a line right here. I can't get close. It's just too beautiful. And you have the opportunity yourself to get a hold of an XPG laptop by entering the giveaway below. As corny and sellouty as this sounds, I implore you to please scroll down and support North American Dota, support your XPG sponsor by clicking that giveaway link, and it's all for free. And then you have the opportunity to maybe win a Xenia XE Gaming Lifestyle Ultrabook. And if not that, an opportunity to win a Summoner Gaming keyboard. Everything will be coming with some sweet BTS merch all along the way. Suns fan, are you one to use these kind of game pads on the keyboard like that? That is a ridiculous size game pad. That is the size of the keyboard itself.
You know,
are you not
I
big on the wrist
because
ergonomics?
I don't know if you can see this. Oh, actually, you can. It actually comes up. I have very pale skin, as you can tell, but this little section right here.
Whoa!
This
what
is
happened?
just from my mouse pad, just overuse.
Like I said, you slam it on the desk when Pop-Tart fails or something like that.
I mean, I have slammed.
You'd be slamming a lot in that case.
But no, this is literally just rubbing up against the mouse pad, so it can be, that it looked like a leather, at least some sort of leather based pleather, which is very nice for the wrist. I could definitely use something like that for the mouse.
You need that
pad
to catch the blows. XPG Summoner keyboard, not one you want to unleash your fury on for sure. So we do have some time between now and then, but we do have some sweet content we plan to roll out to help fill the void. And gentlemen, here's a sweet little treat for everybody now, a return of a classic here, the Twitch casts. We have our opportunity to, of course, have our own coverage. We're professionals after all, but I think the people who really bring the strong voice to these games is the Twitch chatters themselves. So let's see what they had to say about week 2's match.